Hello everyone and welcome back to World of Goo for the last time. I know that I thought that our last play session was the last one because I thought that when we finished chapter 4 we would just, do the epilogue quickly and the game would be over. But I didn't realize that the epilogue actually has some puzzles. So we're going to do that today. And then that should be it because it's the epilogue and that's about as final as you can get. Before we jump in, I wanted to briefly touch on the Memorial Park and Recreation Center here. I did look it up, and it seems like we wouldn't really get anything from building super high here. I was reminded by reading online that back when this game came out, this was kind of like a multiplayer component, sort of, where you build a tower as high as you can, and then you could see how high other people had built. So like you'd get up here and then you'd see clouds where other people had built. So you just tried to get as high as you could. But I don't, besides competing with other people, I don't think there's anything else to find. So I'm not going to really bother with this. It's just kind of a fun thing to say you have the tallest Tower of Goo in the world. But not really pertinent to what we're doing. Instead, let's jump into the epilogue, End of the World. Spring. It's been a whole year since we began. And it looks like there's only 4 levels here, so we'll just go ahead and roll through these extremely quickly and easily. Right? Who the heck is Infesty? What is going on here? Doesn't look like there's much world left. This is the tallest island in the entire world, and these must be the final 3 challenges. They will be very difficult. You'll have to leave some behind, but that's okay. We're all in it together. I can see you, the sign painter. Also, I don't know, maybe at the very end we learn who the sign painter is, but maybe we never do. I don't really know. Okay, well, all we have is a couple of goos and some balloons. Where are we going? We have to collect 4. We've got 3 to build with and 4 loose ones. Who is Infesty? I don't even see a pipe. Are we supposed to go up? Can I lift one side? Maybe. I honestly don't remember these levels at all. Okay, yeah. We've pulled it all the way up. Oh, here we go. Over here? The telescope at the top of the island was supposed to see very far, but it can't. When a large corporation mysteriously exploded, the sky became filled with dust and smoke, and nothing can see past it. If only the telescope could get a little higher, it might see what's up there, and discover why the goo balls climb higher and higher. Closer and closer. Still not sure what I'm trying to do here. We found another sign, but there's no pipe. And now we've slowly lowered over here where there's more goo. Okay. I'll let it down slowly. Maybe we'll find that I should have saved that black goo for this precise moment, so that we could reach over there. Let's try that. All right, we're gonna slowly lower onto this other thing, right? Carefully. Very carefully. Oh God. Lift. Lift. Ugh. Okay. Straighten out, man. Oh, geez, it's so close. We've reached it. Now I'm going to lift from the left side. Tilt. Oh yeah, we got more balloons. Oh. Pull it up. There we go. We woke up a little more goo. Do we just have to keep rotating? All right, I need you to fall, but in a controlled way. Okay. We are very high up. For your own safety and the safety of others, please try not to drop anything. The accelerating sign painter. I'm trying. Okay. Yeah, I needed to fall. I see. I do not remember doing this level 15 years ago. Stay up. Oh god, that's precarious. All right, let's nope, too much balance. Let's make this a little longer. Really gotta adjust. Oh geez, really gotta adjust these balloons or lift. Oh. Too much. A little less. I have to reach some sort of equilibrium. As we move the balloons to the left, it falls a bit, and as we move them to the right, it lifts a bit. Oh, okay. All right, I need to gain a footing on this, so that we can rotate, I guess. Right? Sit. Okay. Ugh. Can I make it a little longer? That would make me more comfortable, I think. Okay. Now we let it fall, and then we begin to rotate from the floppy side. Ooh, I don't like. Oh god, it's so heavy. You can just see the weight. Okay, we're gonna rotate. Very good, very good. You guys stay up. Oh jeez. This is giving me anxiety. We're doing it, you know? All right, we have full lift. How much farther must I go? Now we have to start letting it down. Oh, so uncomfortable. Oh, it's the pipe. Thank the Lord. Okay. We will slowly lower it. It has to be extended enough to reach the pipe. Right? I'm going to spread these out so that the whole thing doesn't collapse. That would be great. Okay. All right, good. This hulking mass. The most impressive bridge I've ever made out of goo. Now we begin the lowering process. Gotta put one on the end there to stretch it out. Oh, we're so close. Good. Looking good. And stretch. Oh. Oh, I got it. Oh, that made me uncomfortable. But we did it. No problem for the goo master. I did not like doing that one. All right, 2 more challenges, and then I assume this is the ending. What do they have in store for us? Let's do Horizontal Transportation Innovation Committee. Clearly, I did these all when I was a younger man, but it's been a long time. The raw, scientifically pure goo is all that's left, but they appear to be filled with hope and ambition. I remember when I used to have hope and ambition. Of course, they will never be able to build a bridge. It's probably best to skip this area and never come back. Nobody will even notice, but the sign painter will know. Yes, and my avid viewers will know as well. Okay. Very gross looking land, covered in spikes and gears. Okay. Is this really just bridge building? The pipe is over that way, but no one will ever get to it. Really? We have 1 balloon. It is quite a ways. All right, well, the previous level gives me an idea. What if instead of building out like we normally would, we instead build up and then make it fall over there? I don't know if that's what it wants me to do, but I kind of feel like the last level like puts that idea in your head, like, oh, the whole thing can rotate, you know? Because this is, with 1 balloon, I feel like this is way too long to build a bridge and keep it up. But with 1 balloon, I can help this stand a little longer than it normally would. I don't know how thick we need to make it. But yeah, it like introduces that idea. Ooh. And then it gives us this, and it's like, what if you built really high, used a balloon to keep it from falling over, and then you made it land over there? I think that's what it wants, but will we be successful? Hard to say. More balloons would definitely be nice. Ooh, stay up. I don't know how high this needs to be. Well, it's making that decision for me. Yes, it slowly tumbles down. Oh, but look though. Oh, yes, it worked. This one is literally nailed down to the ground, so that stays, but the rest of this is loose. Oh, I thought I was going to have to panic build, but it actually worked out. Amazing. Okay. There you go. A lot easier than it looked. Boom, 33. I'll leave that one there. That's okay. Oh, stressful though. All right. What may be the final challenge? Remember when you found your first spinning kill blade? We were so young back then. Not that it matters. Nobody will ever make it to the other side. Can you see me waving? Can we see anybody waving? I feel like when I read that sign so many years ago, I was like, whoa, is the sign painter actually here? Can we see them? It might just be a joke. I'm not waving anymore. Stop looking. The sign painter is waiting. I assume that there's nobody here, but it's a weird little thing to throw in there. Okay, so what are we looking at here? We've got a pipe out here in the middle of nowhere. We've got a spinning kill blade. Lots of goo. Balloons up here. Okay. Is this a... we have to go high to get the balloons, right? So building out this way doesn't make sense because eventually it'll fold like right here. So I feel like going up is the way to go. And maybe it's go up, lean over, balloon, and then start building it down. That's why there's so much goo. That's what I'm going to try to do. Wish me luck. Because all this goo is above us. Must be for a reason. And then we have all those balloons once we get high enough, which can help support the middle while we hang it low. Wake up. It's time to work. Ah, no. Woo, saved him. What do you think you're doing? You're supposed to climb on, not jump to your death. All right, now I need to grab a balloon before this entire thing falls into the kill blade. Right? There it goes. Ah, okay. That's okay. I identified the weakness. Back it up. Back it up. We're gonna put some support right there. Okay. Stay. Hold. Hold. I just need to touch these balloons. That would be great. Wake up. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now we've got something to work with. Oh, man. Now I can adjust, like we've been doing. We can adjust the placement of the balloons to get the bend that we want, right? Perfect. All right, I think this angle is okay. Now we need to build to the right while keeping it up and grab this goo cloud. Whoop. Whoop. Let's get some lift. There we go. All right, I like this angle. We could let it go down a little bit more. I just don't want it to collapse. And we're going to be adding more weight, right? So we got to keep the middle part up. Oh, geez. Oh, God, that was close. I thought that was it. I thought we were done for. All right, moving balloons to the middle here. I thought that was going to fall right into the blade, but it's still okay. All right, support there because it's pretty thin, but that's okay because I don't need it to support a lot of weight. I need it to hang down. So this top part doesn't need to be as thick as the base was. Although that might help a little bit. Okay. Whoop. Oh, we're drooping. We're drooping. Oh, God, it's close. It's so close. Ugh. But we're in the pipe. That's all we needed. That's all we needed. All right. As long as it falls into the pipe, it's fine. I just wanted to wake up some of that goo. Whoop. Saved you. It's the perfect shape. Right? Well, some of them died. That wasn't my fault. Get them in there. They said it couldn't be done. The sign painter said nobody ever gets to the other side. And look what we have here. Oh, you're too late. You'll just have to live here forever. All right, this should really be it. Observatory observation station. Oh, good. It confirmed it for me. This is it. Look, it's the Epilogue Islands. The last of the goo balls were... Uh-oh. There aren't any more goo balls. They must have all been sucked away by the pipe system. All the goo balls from the entire world. All sucked up and sent to the former World of Goo Corporation campus, where they have been building a giant tower into the sky. Probably a good thing, too. The telescope is useless anyway. It's unable to see past that layer of smog and dust. Well, without any more goo balls, I guess that's it. We'll never know what the telescope can see, or what's really up there. The end. Thanks for playing. Time to go do other things now. Maybe write a travel companion. I'm going into the telescope now. Goodbye. Whatever you do, don't play with the fish. Your friend, the telescope operator, formerly the sign painter. All right, that's the last sign. I guess the sign painter's in there. I guess that's him. As far as we know. Don't play with the fish. What are these? Oh, we can attach them to the island. Well, we may not be able to see past all the dust and the smog down here. But what if we went up there? As the telescope drifted higher and higher, it could see very far. The goo balls had come from every direction. From every species. From every island. Through a filthy pneumatic pipe system. To build a giant tower into the sky. A giant tower of goo. But what were they building towards? What future adventures were up there? The telescope looked for thousands of miles in every direction. World of Goo. That's the end. Here's the credits. I looked it up, and this game came out about 16 years ago, and you know what? It's still great. Thanks so much for hanging out with me and watching. I hope you enjoyed it, especially if you never played World of Goo before. But yeah, by the end of the game, what are we left with? An entire world populated by goo. It seemed like all of the humans who worked at World of Goo Corporation died in a giant explosion. Don't know if there's any people left. Just the sign painter, and we never really learn who that actually is. And then just goo everywhere. And we saw that the green goo that we released back in Chapter 1 are still out there in space. And yeah, when it talks about a big tower of goo at the end, I assume it's assuming that you made a big tower here at the Memorial Park. But yeah, great game. The puzzles still hold up, still fun. Those last couple were a little stressful, but they tested my skills, right? My goo skills. But it's still really fun, and I still really like the whole, the atmosphere and the storytelling. You know, what's the game really about? I think it's up to interpretation a little bit, but I guess what I got out of it was, you know, we start the game in a normal looking world, you know, with green grass and trees and nature, but there's also goo, and it's like, oh, there's a corporation making goo. And as you go through it, it seems like the entire world is becoming more and more commodified, right? Then it's like, oh, goo is used as products. Everybody wants goo. Everyone wants to buy it and have it. And it leads to a bigger and bigger corporation where they're launching new products. And if you remember everyone screaming when Product Z launched, you know, it's not always products that people want. Sometimes it's scary. Sometimes it's weird. And the whole world went 3D. Chapter 4 is very interesting to me because in talking to Mom, it really looks into like how the internet has changed because of business and corporations. When the internet was new, it was about freedom, right? It was like anybody can communicate with anybody. You can make whatever you want. But as time has gone on, things have become more and more controlled. Everything on the internet, not everything, most things on the internet are owned by some corporation. And, you know, like Mom was talking about, they just take your data and your information all the time, and they use it to sell you things and send you mail, and marketing and advertising. And that's what a huge chunk of the internet is nowadays. We managed to blow up the corporation by turning those emails back on them. But then what are we left with at the end? A world that's in some ways been ruined for people. But the goo lives on, I guess. So anyway, it's interesting. If you have any other thoughts about the story, let me know. But that's kind of what I get out of it, playing through this again. But it's a cool game. And like I said back at the beginning, 2D Boy and some other people formed Tomorrow Corporation, made a couple of other games, not directly related to World of Goo, but they may take place in the same world, and I think their stories are interesting as well. So hopefully, at some point, we'll be able to get to those. And just earlier today, I saw them announce something about World of Goo 2. World of Goo 2 is coming this May of this year, 16 years roughly after the first one released. It blows my mind that they made a sequel, but I didn't intend to play the first one right before the second one launched. That was just a coincidence, but it is cool. And since we were able to revisit this one, maybe we should play World of Goo 2 when that comes out, because I'd definitely like to see what is the same and what is different after all this time. But that's it for me. Thanks again for watching. Let me know if you have any thoughts. I hope you had a very gooey time. And we'll be back next time with something else, another fun game. Maybe not from 2008, but who knows?